Ella had always loved camping, but her friends were reluctant to venture into the more remote areas she enjoyed. When she found an old, secluded cabin deep in the woods on her favorite hiking trail, she decided to spend the night alone, hoping for a peaceful retreat. The cabin was small and weathered, wooden walls covered in ivy. Despite its dilapidated state, it seemed sturdy enough. Ella spent the afternoon setting up, exploring the surrounding area, and gathering firewood. As the sun set, she lit a fire in the cabin's stone fireplace and settled in for the night. Around midnight, the peaceful crackling of the fire was interrupted by a series of soft knocks on the cabin door. Ella froze, her heart pounding. She wasn't expecting anyone, and the nearest trailhead was miles away. Tentatively, she called out, "Hello," but received no response. The knocks continued, rhythmic and insistent. Gathering her courage, Ella approached the door and opened it slightly. The only thing she saw was the dense, dark forest, stretching endlessly in the moonlight. She shrugged it off as a trick of her imagination and closed the door. Back by the fire, she tried to shake off her unease. But then, the knocks started again, louder this time. She could hear them echoing through the cabin, coming from different parts of the building. Panic set in as she realized the sound was moving around her, as though someone was walking around the cabin, knocking from different sides. Ella grabbed a flashlight and a heavy stick she had found outside for protection. She checked each room, finding nothing but dust and old furniture. The knocking persisted, and she could feel her nerves fraying. Suddenly, the power went out, plunging the cabin into darkness. The only light came from the dim glow of the dying fire. The knocks grew louder and more erratic, now accompanied by a low, guttural whispering that seemed to come from everywhere at once. Ella's flashlight flickered and died, and she was left in pitch-black silence. Her breathing grew shallow as she heard a distinct, chilling voice whisper from behind her, "You shouldn't be here." Desperate, Ella grabbed her things and ran out into the forest, the whispers and knocks still echoing in her ears. She didn't stop until she reached her car, speeding away from the cabin without looking back. The old cabin remains untouched, its eerie reputation keeping all who hear the story at a distance. Ella never returned to the woods, haunted by the memory of the knocking and the voice that seemed to come from the very heart of darkness.